Today I'm going to do something different and review 3 episodes of Arthur. What they have in common is DW acting like a massive cunt. It's unfair for me to be so judgmental towards a 4-year-old girl, but if you've seen just one episode with her as the focus, you will understand where I'm coming from. Say what you will about Angelica Pickles. At least she's funny when she manipulates the babies and schmoozes the adults. DW does not have that charm, and I don't care if it's supposed to make her more realistic. Everyone else on the show is likable and nuanced. Why can't the former apply to her? And no, I won't be talking about that episode either. It focuses more on Arthur, so conflict of interest. Go to your room, DW is the best one. If you can stomach her whining for 11 minutes, then you'll be just fine. This will be a recurring theme throughout, but she's pretty impatient. At one point, she thinks time has frozen, so she goes off and does crap like put Pal in the Tibbles yard. It doesn't happen. She gets the bright idea to cross the street and go live with Grandma Thora, but all she can do is throw a suitcase out the window. It's also funny seeing how paranoid she can get. She imagines being her brother's slave, her parents treating her like Cinderella, and I'm just thinking, she'd try to be a professional gaslighter when she's older. And for what? Threatening to pinch baby Kate's cheeks because she, DW, wouldn't share her doll. That's a fair punishment, and her parents are just doling it out. When she misbehaves, it's her and her overactive imagination's fault. I can't say I sympathize with her plight. Like I mentioned, it's hilarious watching her act like a buffoon, but it does have a sweet ending where she does enjoy playing with Kate, redeeming the story in my eyes. I wish I could say the same for the other two. DW's very bad mood is insufferable. This entire plot makes the most compelling argument for why abortion should be legal in all 50 states. If you couldn't tell, she's pissed off and Arthur and Francine try to figure out why. Now, why is Francine so invested in helping DW? There's a simple explanation. Since Francine has an older sister she sometimes bickers with, she feels sympathy towards Arthur's 4-year-old. Too bad DW is the kind of girl who will slam doors and rudely devour french fries when acting all huffy. It's not really entertaining seeing her behave like this. Even worse is her parents doing absolutely nothing to reprimand her. Now, I would never want to see corporal punishment be given to a kid, but her parents' relative inaction makes them look like they're enabling this selfish behavior. But hey, we got Francine to help with our daughter's problems. Who gives a shit? Do you want to know why she's in a very bad mood? It's because she wasn't invited to a girl's birthday party. Fan-fucking-tastic. Of course, Francine does tell her that you shouldn't expect to be invited to every party, and to not let moments like that ruin your life, which is a good moral to teach kids, but it's undermined when DW gets an invitation to Francine's party. God, does everyone have to spoil DW rotten? Even better, she brags about getting invited to a 3rd grader's party. Fuck those other kids, I'm hanging out with the big dogs. I'm getting pretty riled up right now. If I continue to think about this, I'm gonna end up like Rosansky. God knows I want that to happen. Bleep is bleep. I can't. I don't know how to phrase it, but this is an unintentional masterpiece. A comedy of errors regarding a character who should never be used to handle the delicate art of swearing. Before I talk about the main plot, let's discuss the cold open. It's obviously parodying The Sopranos, a show that didn't premiere on basic cable, which meant it could get away with stronger language and other adult crap like taxes. Unless this writer first watched it on A&E, where it was heavily edited to meet S&P guidelines, cheapskate. And what shows even have a censor bleep on stage? I assume they deal with that in post. We're already off to a bad start, but whoa Nelly, it's gonna get pear-shaped. DW's at a store when she overhears a teenage boy say a bleep to his mother. At first she thinks if you say it, things will break, further expounded by Arthur telling her not to say it in front of their parents. Then the Tibbles put in her mind saying the word will turn adults into mindless zombie slaves, but she's still afraid to use the word in front of anyone, so she decides to do what anyone else would do, convince someone else to do it. That's right, she gets the neighbor girl to say it in front of her parents in order to prove her hypothesis correct. Man, DW would make a great Hillary Clinton doppelganger. But she gets impatient when the fruits of her labor aren't made immediately clear. So, in a fit of gamer rage, she accidentally lets the bleep slip to her own mother. I'm just gonna assume the bleeped word is fuck, because it's just so obvious. She only gets a light slap on the wrist from her mother, who tells her these words mean, "I want to hurt your feelings." At this point, words like shit and fuck have lost their effect due to how normalized they become among stuck-up adults. Having a kid show and force this moral is laughable when you're my age. This plot doesn't work because a character as young as DW shouldn't be hearing words like this. If it had followed an older character like Binky, then it would have been more effective. But no, we have to get the girl who thinks she's too precocious to do it with. I'm Jacob. This is probably my best script up to the present. I actually like covering multiple episodes at once, and I'll probably do it again. Next episode will be an in-depth discussion on cartoon fetishes. Because I hate my life so much.